So I got a little more than 2 years ago, I caused a pretty serious traffic accident. As I am a recovering alcoholic, the agreement was if I were to start drinking, then I could not live at home. So after that accident, Jana rightfully told me to leave. And so for the next 2 weeks, I went on a drinking binge. And by 2-week binge, I mean no contact, wouldn't answer the phone. Jana sent the police by to check on me, and I was just gone to the world. And then because of an intervention through my brothers, I ended up as a resident in Brother Brian Mission in downtown Birmingham. So there I was living in a homeless mission, certainly fired from my job and leaving Jana to be the sole provider for the family.
Kicking Chap out was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my whole life, because we were high school sweethearts. We've been together most of our lives, and it's heartbreaking to see the person that you love literally dying and not being able to save them, and having to go, God, I can't do this anymore. I'm laying this at your feet. I'm having to walk away. I'm having to kick him out of his own home. But that's where, I think that's where the story gets good. Like I don't think we would be who we are if we hadn't been through this.
Really early on, living in the mission, I remember just lying in my bed bug filled bunk and
Legit bed bugs.
And being very, very angry with God. God, you let me down, you did this, you do that. And the kind of quiet voice that came back was, I don't know you. So, that really shook me to the core, and really, at that instant, my whole life changed around. I felt like a new person, when, I asked for forgiveness, and I knew I got it, and I knew that my struggles with alcohol were over.
I think it was a place that both of us needed to go through to see God be bigger than us. I was actively seeking on how to get out of our marriage when he was gone, because it just felt over. And the quiet voice told me, I need you to be patient. I need you to wait. I need you to slow down. I need you to give him a chance.
Basically, after a month of non-communication, I called home, and the first thing Jana said was, somebody's small group had come over and cleaned the inside of the house and done the yard work that, I should have been doing for the last 2 years, cutting down trees.
I remember seeing Amy Johnson in my shower and having to walk away, because that's so personal, but it was this selfless love of people that came in that didn't even know me. People supported our kids and let them speak about what was going on in their lives, where they couldn't go to school and talk about these things because you just don't talk about your problems at school. But people speaking truth into their lives and loving them and letting them say, actually asking them, how's your day? And for me as a mother, to see people love my children, when I had a hard time putting my shoes on every morning. And for people to stand in the gap and pray. Groups of women would bring me into their homes, and they would pray over me, and they would pray for Chap. During the process, and my anxiety and all that kind of good stuff, I was praying about if I should stop tithing, because our finances just went out the window. And I'd asked, I talked to Josh, I talked to other people, I talked to friends, and talked to parents who have always given and told us growing up that a lot of times when you give, God gives back to you, tenfold. And so I finally decided and felt God calling me to just continue giving what I was giving. And then one day he had to be in the hospital for detox, and we got a hospital bill for $500. I was like, oh, $500. And next day I go out to my mail, and there is a envelope that just says Jana Womack on it. And there's a gift card to Walmart for $500. I still don't know, if you'd like to tell me, who gave that to us, but at the same time that I had to realize, this is God providing for us because we are being obedient in this. And Chap was gone for how many months?
Ended up being close to 8.
8 months, and he came home one Sunday and walked in the door, and people just started coming up and hugging him. They knew his story. They knew he was an alcoholic. They knew he was living in a homeless mission. And they came up and they literally embraced him. And for my kids, and for me to see them welcome him back into our church when it was time to come home was just amazing.
Yeah, I never felt 1 second of judgment or condemnation or anything like that. Just, a true caring and rejoicing from the people that were there. The kindness and compassion that the people of this church, gave to us is freely open. It's not because we're who we are, it's because the church is what it is. A brother and sister in Christ needs help, and it's in this church's DNA to go out and help them. We're probably one of hundreds of stories of the people of the church coming together, with compassion and doing what is needed in that situation, and frankly so much more. So.